Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is called Steel. We are on our free day, right after the midterms, and we still have 3 bonding events that we need to do today, and of course more that we want to see today. But before all that, let's finish off going over Trista before heading over to the academy, where we're probably going to see the first few, because in this area there's only 2, and those are 2 that, to be honest, I want to pick as my bonding events so far. And I think when I was talking about it last time, I was thinking about using Makia's and Emma's bonding event as the other one, but we still have a little bit of time. I might switch my mind, you never know. So let's continue on. Where are you guys? I'm guessing the bad dad is back on another business trip. Oh, we really do owe Klein. He's a very good teacher, so Emil's always happy to have him visit. He's always there to listen to Emil's worries and give him advice too. We'd be lost without him. I do remember that I taught the kid too, and I think I did a really decent job at that too. Klein's willingness to listen to and give Emil advice really is a big help, especially since Emil is sort of wanting for friends nowadays. Then maybe arrange playdates or something, cause befriending an older teacher might not be the best friend, but definitely someone that can guide him a bit. Well, Klein will always be here to tutor me today. Sunday school is far too easy for me to waste my time with, so I need a tutor to help me get mentally stimulated. Though, because I don't attend, all I have to do most days is sit in my room and study. Sounds a bit boring to me, but yes. Oh, there's nothing much for me to do, so I usually just sit in my room and study all day. I bet everyone goes to Sunday school has a lot more fun. Then why don't you go to Sunday school? If you wanna have more fun? Would also be a great way for him to meet the other kids. Just saying. Alright, let's get to church. Oh, Sunday school is currently in session. Even the mischievous children seem to be studying hard at the moment. I hope that I'm able to get along with them all soon enough. I haven't had much of a chance to acquaint myself with all the children due to having to study for exams myself. Perhaps today might be the ideal chance to do so. Yeah, because even Rosine has just finished off her midterm exams. I do wonder how she did. Well, to be honest, I wonder how everyone did, especially me. And like I said, I want to be near the top of the list, like the very last page. Or the first one, depending on how you look at it. And honestly, I think we did extremely well. The conflict between the Noble and Reformist Factions continues to pervade every aspect of our country, and now rumors are spreading that they plan to take up arms against one another. What a sad state of affairs. I can only hope that our children won't suffer because of this. Yeah, that's the only thing we can do in a situation like this, is hope that it all will end well. Sunday school is in session today. Is there any joy greater than passing wisdom from one generation to another? Well now, it's time for another fun day of learning. Things can get somewhat hectic with the children so full of energy. Still, as long as they enjoy learning, we could hardly ask for more. I know. The answer is 6. I think the fish Kenny gave me made me smarter. Why did Kenny give her fish? I know that fish is actually quite good for you, but it's weird. Just handing a kid a random fish while you're fishing. I forgot what Sis asked me to get for dinner. Guess I'll ask her after Sunday school is over. Looks like I'm not gonna have time to hang out with Kay today. Seeing a book makes me wanna hurl. Looks like Emil ain't showing up today either. Man, what a jerk. Just because he's a bit smarter than the rest of us, he thinks he's too cool for Sunday school? I don't think that's exactly the reason. Emil stopped coming to Sunday school because he thinks he's too smart. Big-headed jerk. Even though we just heard he actually has a feeling he wants to be at Sunday school because they have more fun. Could you please be quiet, Kay? You're distracting me. Also, you got the very first question wrong. How can it be so hard for you to understand basic stuff like this? Oh, shut up. Kay, you're starting to look like a real brat. And it makes me wonder, why is he sitting next to you? I get to hear a story about the goddess Ideas today. I love hearing stories about Ideas. Alright, well kids, keep on studying. While we reach out to get to the dorms. And of course, maybe the other maid to deliver her some more dishes. That's a very big yawn, Celine. Is this actually the first time we see the name Celine? Because in the previous scene where we were at the school, we saw that she was named as a black cat. Oh, that's the thing I noticed. I could of course be mistaken because I am just human. Yes, give her some fresh milk. Why not? There's some character building going on here. She seems so happy. Maybe we'll bring her some more another time. Oh yeah, every time we have the chance, we'll definitely give her some milk. I don't know what it does, but I'm pretty sure it will at least increase her affinity towards me. Is it a good or bad thing? I don't know, but it cannot hurt. Phew, finally done. Now can I out for the day. Heimdall's only 30 minutes away by train, so maybe I'll hang out there for a while. It's actually not too far, actually. Everyone is so busy with their club these days. That's perfect. I want everyone to make the most of their youth. Laughter, tears, nerves, romance. It's all potential material to me. Again, material. But to be honest, hearing it in this context almost seems like he's wanting to be like a movie director or something, and that everything he sees in the form of material is actually more like potential scripts or something. To be honest, it's actually the first moment I'm not thinking of his material obsession as something creepy, but maybe something more interesting. But keep that in mind, because I'm pretty sure at some point we'll have confirmation on what he means by his, let's say, interesting qualities concerning materials. At least I hope so. Oh, I hear that your dormitory now has its own caretaker. I also hear that she's incredibly skilled, especially when it comes to cooking. Well, she's not going to outshine me. Well, she is if I don't give you any new dishes. As a caretaker of the upper class dorm, I refuse to be outshone. And yeah, we have one dish we haven't been able to make yet, so that's one we have to keep our attention to. Deluxe herb chowder. Wow, I had no idea such a delicious looking food existed. Thank you very much, this should be a great help. Please, allow me to return the favor. Tear bombs. Yeah, a little bit higher quality would be better, but I appreciate any gift I get. I hear that one of the Rean Schwarzer family maids is now stationed at Class 7's dormitory. She is said to have a marvelous work ethic. I would have expected no less from a maid of such an esteemed family. As servants of high respected families, I believe it will be enjoyable for the two of us to get to know each other. Ah, some work talk between the two of you? Swapping ideas? Or it could be a butler-on-butler relationship. Yes. Alright, that's it for Thors. So I'm thinking I will stick with my original idea, because I am saying Machias and Emma, but could be that it's only one of the two characters, but since the portraits are so close together, we won't know until we get there. If it is Machias, I will switch the idea. But you know what? What's at the student union? Let's head that direction first, so we can confirm what it is. Then of course we can plan on looking at all the bonding events we will not pick. soon as the exams are over, so too is the library's brief period of popularity. And once the students put their pencils down on that final test, I suppose the last thing they want to see is another book. Not that I can blame them, I was no different when I was your age. Well, if nobody's looking to check out a book, I think it's time to do a little cleaning. I see some dampness building up in here after all. Yep, and dampness is the worst enemy when it comes to books. We all know that. Alright, still the 3 that we have. So the train finally let up, did it? You'll be missing it before you know it. Things are able to get a whole lot hotter. Make sure to take care of yourself. You wouldn't want to get sick now, would you? Especially if you're spending all that time in the old schoolhouse. There's no way that could be healthy. Well, I think also this is a reference to the fact that summer is coming, and that means we're gonna get another outfit. I do wonder how many actual outfits we'll be able to get in a game like this. Because I wouldn't mind having another piece of clothing out than this. Ooh, the same student that we've been bothering the entire time. Our midterms are finally over, and I have ample room for improvement. Time to hit the books even harder. Yeah, last time we were here he was cussing us out a little bit for distracting him during his studies. And we'll keep doing so every time we see him. Alright. Yeah, I'm getting the feel that it's not a combined one, but that Emma is in her literature club and Machias is in the chess club, and they're so close together that they seem to be on one, but we'll see which one of the two is going to be our bonding event. Between the exams and the endless rain, the sports club haven't had a chance to practice together for quite a while. Today's their first chance in a long time to do so, so they've all been in buying bread and stuff to eat during practice. They're all so fired up. The guys from the sports club have been snapping up most of my bread supplies. Still, today's the first day they've had practice in a while, so here's hoping it's a good one. Still issue 3, alright. Oh, everyone's all fired up about practice with their clubs for the first time in a while. Hopefully they all go and work up a big appetite. I wouldn't want them to go crazy and hurt themselves though. You're headed off somewhere too, huh? Well, the same goes for you. Don't get too excited and hurt yourself out there. Still the same 2 dishes. I wonder if they will ever update that. Now that the exams are over, the cafeteria is getting busy again. Not that I mind though, I like it when this place gets lively. I should probably stock up on ingredients. Yeah, you do so, and if you have any left over, I am more than willing to take them off your hands. For free, of course, because I'm a student, I can't afford luxurious items on my list. As always, just check before the door if there's anyone standing. Dorothy, what's this exactly? Oh, the outline of our next work, of course. It's a pure love story focused on boys who devote themselves to sports, body and soul. Don't worry though, I'll let you join in on the fun too. You'll be helping me out once I've got the rough draft written up. Your tastes are certainly broad. Yeah, it's another boys' love story he's probably creating, trying to corrupt Emma in the process. Which, in the previous scene when they were walking back from exams to the dormitory, we could already see hints of that in Emma. I was partially aware that this genre is popular with women, but seeing it firsthand is really... Well, does Dorothy really intend to have me help with this? Probably. I felt so good after finishing those exams that I was inspired to plan out an amazing new story. Now all I need to do is focus on writing it. Yeah, it's just gonna use Emma as a source of inspiration, I'm sure. You're really something, Machias. You're always calculating your next move. I've got to figure out how to do that. Wow, it looks like he's really into it. Oh, hello there, Rean. Sorry, I was caught up in my game here. Oh, no worries. Sorry if I disturbed you. Is there a big chess game coming up or something? You seem way more focused than I expect for just a regular match. Indeed there is. And not just any match either. It's a match that will determine the fate of this club. But I have every intention of completely dominating the upper class students. Chess always seems pretty interesting. Should I stick around and watch? No. I'm sorry, Machias, but no. I do like chess. I played myself quite often in the past, but I won't spend the bonding point on that just yet. You really are something, Machias. You're always calculating your next move. I've got to figure out how to do that. Still fishing at the pond, probably? No one here too? Hehehe. Those tests are a little of concern to me. My special charms work just as I had hoped. I have a powerful guardian spirit watching over me after all. Believe it or not, my grades are actually very good, and it all thanks to my guardian spirit. Yep, she's always a barrel of laughs, that one. The door to the student council room is locked. Well, before we leave, let us look at the bonding event, at least from Machias. So we know what we'd be expecting if we had picked this one. Would you mind if I watched you play a bit? I'm familiar with the rules at least, and it seems like a pretty involved game, even as a spectator. Be my guest. But if you know the rules, how about we play a game instead? I'm sure to have more fun doing that than just watching. Are you sure? Might as well. I'll watch you too, so come on and take a seat here. Ah, and that is checkmate. That really didn't take that long. That was some high-level play, Machias. I didn't even stand a chance. It's nothing special. My father taught me to play when I was young. We've been playing against each other ever since, and I've had years of practice now. Well, apparently he never lost a game back home. He really is the savior of the chess club. So, you were playing against adults ever since you were a kid? That will definitely explain things. I used to tag along with my dad whenever he went out hunting, but I never got that good at it. Oh, sorry. Oh, no. I shouldn't have reacted like that. Hunting's not an exclusively noble pastime after all. It's not that common in Heimdall. I can imagine. Last month's field study gave me a lot to think about. I've come to realize that it's unfair of me to pass judgments on nobles simply for being born into that life. For example, I've never met your parents, but I can tell from talking to you that they're good people. Machias. Yeah, this really is a very twist of his vision on nobility. Because he really was like, if you're noble, you're bad. No redeeming qualities whatsoever, not a chance of redemption whatsoever in his eyes. The fact that he's now contemplating or even saying that he's willing to overlook the nobility status and actually look at the person and determine that way if they're good or not is one hell of an improvement. I'm sure he will still have his bias against nobles, but if he's willing to give nobility a chance for Machias, that's a severe improvement. Man, I'm glad we made up. Don't start getting weird on me now. I don't really get what you're talking about, but yeah, friendship was what Jutsu is all about. Speaking of, how about you join your pawn in the chess club, Rean? We all need as many people as possible if we want to take down the upper class chess club. Oh, sorry, but I'll have to decline. The members of the upper class chess club like humiliating players weaker than they are. That isn't the fact that they are nobles anymore. They're shaming the very act of playing chess, pure and simple. And Stefan and I aren't going to let that stand. Well said, Machias. then I'll be cheering you guys on. Good luck, Matthias. Thanks, I won't let you down. Yeah, I like the fact that he's actually pointing out that it's not about them being nobles, but letting the game chest down, in a way. So yeah. So close to level 3, but I have to cancel that. I'm sorry, Matthias. It was a nice session, I have to admit. Well, I'm guessing next up, just going by the engineering, old school house, gymnasium, and as last, of course, the main building. I might need to wait with getting in there, because I don't know if the mandatory scene that we have here with Angelica, going over the oral bike, is automatically activated once we get in there. Yeah, so we'll have to keep this there for the moment. Same thing with the old schoolhouse, because we need to be there to continue on our adventuring down there, so we'll leave that for when we continue downwards that path as well. Oh, easy. I can't help but love pranking Linde. She's just so easy. I really can't think of a better toy. I mean friend than a twin sister. Sure you are. But we love pranks as long as they're not on us. And if they are on us, as long as they are in good taste. Well, there's no need to worry about the test results. We don't rank these flowers while we raise them, right? The most important thing is to grow up strong and healthy. There's more to life than just test results. We don't rank these flowers or raise them. Linda and I have a little bet going on our exams. And the best part is, no matter who wins, I win. And now we wait. What did you do, Vivi? What did you do? Oh, you're worried about your exam results? Look, don't sweat stuff like that when you're out fishing. If your mind's not at peace when you set up your line, there's no point in even being out here. You'll never catch a thing with worries on your mind. Don't sweat your exam results. Yeah, because we already did it, and there's nothing we can do to change it now. Alright, still no more fish. I always do check, just in the off chance that at one point there is going to be new fish in there, because we do not want to miss out on any extra points. I've been practicing every bit as hard as I've been studying, Patrick. This time you're going down. Very well. Come at me then. I'll brush you aside like the dirt you are. I'm impressed that you have the guts to ask me for a rematch. That said, a brave commoner is still a commoner. You'll hardly be a diversion. I really do hope Alan is going to beat him. Just for the sheer laughter of it. He keeps looking down on me. I will not let him beat me this time. A rematch between Patrick and Alan seemed like the perfect way to get things going again after midterms. Now then, let's get started. Damn, didn't expect something like this so soon after our exams. Guess we got some hotheads on our hands, huh? First years. Friedel's looking pretty excited about the whole thing though. Whatever. Might as well let them go at it. I'll be the judge of this match. Remember, keep it fair. Well, keep it safe. And after that, everything else can go. This is the girls' locker room. If I walk in, my death will be swift, blissful but swift. And yet, I will keep on trying every time we get here to get in there. Not because I want to, but I feel obliged to at least try. Same thing with the lockers here. I doubt there will ever be someone in there, but we just want to check. Laura's been instructing me non-stop since I joined the club, but I haven't improved at all. I'm just not getting better, no matter how much I try. Maybe I'm just not trying hard enough. Or the teaching method Laura is using does not fit with your style. Because not everybody reacts the same way to teaching. To be honest, I wasn't exactly thrilled to come back to this club after midterms were over. Laura might be a harsh teacher, but I can't let myself be intimidated. I need to put in as much effort as she does. Well, I do wish you all the best of luck with that, Monica, I truly do. I don't think I ever seen Laura not put her all into something, so I can't blame her for taking a break. I guess it's none of my business though. I should be worrying about how much effort I'm putting in. I don't think I've seen Laura not putting everything into it. Laura said that she wasn't feeling up for practice today. I was shocked, but there must be something she needs to sort out. I get the feeling that she's not exactly ready to talk about it yet either. I had the same feeling, but we will be there when she is ready. It seems like Laura has more than enough stuff to worry about. I get the feeling that we should just let her be, for now at least. Yeah, because if she doesn't manage to work it out herself, we'll be there to assist her if needed. Ever since the last few episodes where there were random items on benches and stuff, I tried to keep looking around if there are still more of those, but I think this was just a fixed event revolving around the entire midterms, so I shouldn't be too stressed about that. Ah, there you are, practicing after all the rainy sessions. I refuse to accept any blame for this. It's all Alyssa's fault for bringing a maid into her dorm. She can't do that. She's a commoner after all. I don't step a single toe out of line. Perhaps I was just the slightest bit too harsh on her. What am I saying? All of my actions were completely justified. There's nothing wrong with getting into arguments every now and then. In fact, Emily and I argued all the time as first years. If there's no good thing about fights is that they're honest. Honesty is the only way you can truly bond with someone. There's nothing wrong with getting into arguments. Alyssa and Ferris got into a big argument earlier. And here I thought I could get a friendly post-midterm match going. So much for that, I guess. It'd make my life a whole lot easier if those two just got along. Don't they know that lacrosse is all about teamwork? Yeah, somehow, some way, I feel like Ferris is more to blame than anyone else, but I might slightly be projecting there. Phew. Wow, your clothes are covered with dirt. Even more into this than I realized. Hey, it's just dirt, hardly an issue. It takes a good deal of effort to take care of horses. I suppose it's only natural to end up like this. I suppose you're right. Should I give him a hand while I'm here? Not yet, we need to prepare for it. Is it just me, or is Lucius Alvario actually taking his club seriously? It might just be my imagination. It could be, but I really think he genuinely cares for his horses. Nothing is quite as refreshing as going for a post-exam ride. Come, Whitecomb, today we ride for the sake of freedom. The horses were cooped up in the stables for the entirety of the exam period, so you must be relieved that it's over too. Come, Whitecomb, today we ride for the sake of freedom. Yeah, they do look very happy. Ah, yes, the optional quest. Yeah, we can as well activate it. Oh, excuse me. Is your name Vincent by any chance? Indeed it is. Standing before you is a nobleman overflowing with love and pathos. The one, the only, Vincent Florald. I presume that you are Cupid that is asked the student council to send me? Well, he's quite a character. He really seems to like himself, but that's what I've grown to expect from Class 1. I'm no Cupid, but I'm here on behalf of the student council, yes. Then you may still well serve my purposes. Allow me to congratulate you on making your way here. So, based on your request and my new nickname, I assume you want me to find someone for you? Yes, something along those lines. Do you have some time to spare? If so, I shall begin explaining the particulars of my request. Of course, let's hear it. Please, elaborate your request. A fine answer indeed. Although, before we continue... Sir Rifa is currently nowhere to be seen. Now that I think about it, this is kind of an unusual meeting place. Yeah, I think he's trying to make sure that his maid isn't anywhere close. Are you hoping to keep this request quiet? Not exactly. I was merely hoping to avoid things getting meddled into. My father sent Sarifa to the academy to keep an eye on me. As you can imagine, her watchfulness can occasionally be rather constraining. Well, that is apart from the meat of the matter. To be blunt, I have received not one, not two, but 3 passionate love letters of late, all from a single writer. Curiously, however, the writer in question signs with naught but a nom de plume. But I would request of you, my fine fellow, is to find out just which lovely lady is responsible for these. That is reasonable, but are you sure it's appropriate for me to try to find her? They are anonymous, after all. Do take a moment to think it over. The fact that she chose to use a pen name rather than renaming completely anonymous is proof of a pinning, hopefully, her heart. In fact, I'm absolutely certain that she wishes for me to find her. I suppose I'll have to trust your judgment on this one. What's more, she sent cookies along with her 3rd letter. I would hardly be worthy of a floor name if I did not properly thank her, would I? Yeah, I don't think I could stop you at this point if I tried. Do you have any additional information that would help me pinpoint exactly who we're looking for? I do indeed. The first hint is that she is a first year. As a man well versed in the feelings of beautiful women, I was able to deduce this from the respectful tone of her letters. Yeah, because everyone in the 2nd year already knows about Vincent and has their own, let us say, opinion about him, I'm sure. Additionally, the fact that she attached a pressed grand rose at the end of each letter may serve as a hint as well. A grand rose. If I remember correctly, those are the flowers you use for confessing your love to someone, right? Quite. Which brings us to why this is a hint. The only way to obtain a grand rose in Trista is to purchase it from the town florist. So if we ask the florist who purchased one, precisely, we'll be able to discover just who shy maiden has sent these letters to me. Would you take this task on for me then? As long as you don't mind me sticking to the plan we just discussed, I see why not. I am truly indebted to you. Based on her pseudonym and her use of a grand rose, I can only imagine Our Lady is the very model of grace. Now that you mention it, what was the name she used? It seems like neglected to mention that very important detail. She calls herself the Grand Maiden, a nickname taken from the daughter of a baron who married into the Imperial family long ago. The Emperor at the time was so smitten with her that he gave her countless numbers of grand roses, and so become the moniker. I see. I can't say I've heard that story before, but that is very interesting. But there's no time to stand around thinking about it. I'll head over to the flower shop right away. Very well. I leave this matter in your clearly capable hands. And in this entire conversation, there is one more hint we got that wasn't clearly addressed, but it's clearly a hint, and that is the cookies. Because that means that this person is probably also part of the cooking club. So that's also a place we can look over if we are looking for hints about it. Definitely. Time to look at his bowling event. Should I give him a hand while I'm here? Yeah, might as well. Care for a little help? I've got some experience working with horses myself, so I'd like to help things go a little faster. It must be your hobby to show up unbidden to assist people. Your offer does come at an opportune moment though. I was just about to start washing them, so feel free to join in. Phew, this is every bit as tough as I remember it being. Already thinking of throwing in the towel? You were the one who offered to help, so don't think I'll let you back out so easily. I know. Aren't you getting a little tired yourself, Uses? We wouldn't want you to overexert your frail little noble body or anything. Maybe you should go take a nap. What do you take me for? This is nothing. Perhaps if you put so much effort into your work as you did your toothless jokes, we'd be done by now. Oh, shut up, I'm just doing fine. I guess Juices isn't any friendlier towards girls than he is to guys. Right, time to vote. Even the horse joins into the conversation. Oh, whoa there, we got a wild one here. Understandable, this horse recently arrived from the North Highlands. He's still young, so he hasn't quite grown accustomed to the stables yet. Does the school normally get horses all the way from the Highlands? Indeed, they're known to breed the best horses. Even the army gets their horses from there. Now then. Uses gently strokes the horse's neck. You're pretty good at that. When I was younger, I used to go to the stables whenever I felt bored. My brother taught me both how to ride horses and how to take care of them. I am truly grateful for that. You two are lucky to have each other. I'm not gonna let some snooty noble who learns about horses with a silver spoon in his mouth show me up like this. It's subtle, but he's definitely changed since we came back from our last field study. It feels like he's more willing to be open with us now. Care to explain what you're staring at? Don't mind me. Anyway, we've got a horse to clean. Rean helped the riding club for a while longer before bidding Juices farewell. Another decent scene, but it doesn't feel like it adds anything to the story, you know what I mean, like a chess match or cleaning horses. So, sorry Juices, even this one, it's not gonna cut it. Alright, that's it for the field. I guess the only thing we have left is our side quest, going to the forest, and the entirety of the main building we can explore. So, I am thinking that if we go to the forest right now, we'll get a hint on who it possibly may be that is the admirer, which I am hoping is a particular person in specifically. Which name I don't know for 100% certain, but it might be the big girl from the cooking club. Marguerite? I think so, but we'll meet her. I'll show you who I mean, and I think it is. Because it would explain the grandeur of the name, the Grand Rose, the cookies and stuff. I could be mistaken, but that's the first idea I had when looking into that quest. But yeah, let's go to the forest. Let's see if we can get an extra hint. And based on that hint, we can confirm if my ideas are roughly in the right direction. Because also with another big side story we had with Vivi and Linda, Vivi used a Grand Rose as a way of do like a fake confession to embarrass her sister. So yeah, so that could also be a thing. Oh, excuse me. Would you mind if I asked you a question? Oh, not at all. Go ahead. Rean explained the situation to Jane and asked about the first years who had recently purchased any Grand Roses. It would be hard to find out if I look at my records, but I'm not exactly sure I should disclose that information. Understandably so, and I don't intend to do anything with this information that they don't want me to though. If they ask me to keep their identity a secret, that is what I'll do. I see. Well, if that's the case, I guess I can help you out. Just remember though, it's your job to give the mystery sender your support and nothing more. I'll wish her the best of luck. This request is getting pretty complicated at this point. Right, I count 3 first years who've been made a Grand Rose purchase recently. In class order, first is Beryl from class 3, then there's Vivi from class 4, and Rosine from class 5. All 3 not my idea of who it's gonna be. And I think Vivi did that for the joke we saw a couple of episodes ago. So it's between Rosine and Beryl, and I don't feel like Beryl seems like the person to do something like that. But on the other hand, Rosine with her clergy tasks, I wouldn't find her want to do so either. So could it be Vivi? We'll see. I see. Thank you very much for the help. The fact that she mentioned Vivi has me worried. I hope she's not trying the same trick on someone else right now. Oh, no. Good luck. Yeah, even Rean remembers what Vivi did. Alright, we know that Rosine is pretty close by. Oh, excuse me. You're Rosine from class 5, aren't you? Oh, that's correct. Why do you ask? Well, I have a quick, kind of personal question for you. Rean explained the situation to Rosine and asked if it was her who sent the letter to Vincent. Oh no. That certainly wasn't me. I did buy a grand rose, but it was for the purpose of decorating the church. Ah, I see. Sorry to ask such an embarrassing question then. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, and in all honesty, I didn't expect her to be the one to confess towards Vincent. Just the fact that she works for the church just narrows it down as a possibility to me. Alright, we have Vivi in the back garden near the gymnasium, and we have Beryl here, of course, in the Student Union building. So let's go over those two as well. So maybe we can knock off these side quests before the end of the episode at least. That would be perfect. You're Beryl from class 3, right? Yes, I certainly am. What do you want from me? Actually, there was something I want to ask you. Rean told Beryl about his investigation and asked if she was the one who sent Vincent the letters. Do I seem like the kind of girl who'd be interested in romance? I needed to purchase the grand rose to use in a ritual after all. I see. That answers my question, but now I'm wondering what that ritual she mentioned is all about. Well, that's all I wanted to ask. I'm sorry to disturb you. Oh, sometimes it's good to be disturbed. Good day to you. She likes to be disturbed. Good to know, Beryl. These tests are a little of concern to me. Yeah, and I have a feeling that Vivi also is not connected to this case with Vincent. So if we look at it from that way, if nobody bought that flower at the florist, the only thing we can conclude from that is that maybe it's from her own collection, from an own garden. And then there's a higher chance that it's probably from a nobility, because they can order those flowers from anywhere they want, even grow them in their own personal gardens. Which puts me back at the same person I pointed out for this all in the beginning. I might still be right. But let's first talk to Vivi and get this sorted out at least. What's up, Rean? Were you so taken with my feminine charm that you couldn't stand another moment away from me? Definitely part of it, Vivi. Definitely. Oh, there's something I'd like to ask you. Rean explained the situation to Vivi and asked if she was the one who sent Vincent the letters. Well now, that is pretty interesting. I'm going to take that as a no. Yeah, I wish it was me, but I'm having too much fun teasing Linda to set my sights on any boys right now. Of course you are. You did buy a grand rose though. Don't tell me you tricked another poor unsuspecting soul into helping you torment her. Pretty much. Can you blame me? She falls for it every single time I can't help myself. You're a monster. Poor Linda. Can't imagine what she has to deal with a sister like this. I've asked all the 3 girls the florist told me about, but none of them seem to have sent the letters. I guess the trail's gone cold. I should report back to Vincent for now. No, I want to have a quick look at the cooking club. I will ignore everybody else in the main building for now. Until the next episode. Because I want to see if... I still think she's called Marguerite, but we'll have to wait until we find her. I still think she could be the one writing the letters. Because she is part of the cooking club. And I do see her as a potential of doing something like that. Yeah, Margarita, I was pretty close. Yeah, I have a hard time when there's so many characters around, all with their own names to remember some of them. That's why I'm hoping that people in the comments will be more than willing to assist me with that. Because I'm not just playing it by myself, we're playing it together. Time to make some new cookies for my next encounter with my darling Vincent. Oh ho ho, what do I add to them this time, I wonder? This is confirmation. She admits here that she made cookies for Vincent. It is Margarita. I knew it. Why don't we use this information to conclude this side quest? Oh, lately Margarita has been putting more enthusiasm than ever into her cooking. Is it because we're done with exams? Well, either way, you won't hear me complaining about it. Okay, so we know who it is, but the side quest is not letting us use that information so far. Okay, let's go back to Vincent and see what he says. Maybe we get a follow-up portion to it. Because like I said, I mentioned the cookies as part of a hint. Maybe when we're talking to Vincent right now, the game officially is going to tell us the same thing. Like, we did get the cookies, so maybe that's a hint we can use, and then it will send us over to the cooking club. So maybe I was just getting ahead of myself. Oh, tell me, did your investigation prove successful? Wait, don't tell me. Have you brought our mystery woman here? Oh, be still, my beating heart. Yeah, about that, I wasn't able to find her in the end. Oh, you cannot be serious. Did you ask the florist as we discussed? I did, and I spoke to all 3 girls who purchased Grand Roses. None of their reasons for doing so had anything to do with you. I can go in detail if you like. It matters not. If they do not concern me, then they are simply not my concern. I'm sorry I wasn't of any help, but there is one thing I'm curious about. Where could a girl get a Grand Rose if she didn't get one from the florist? There's no way to tell. Perhaps if the Grand Maiden is a noble, she could have had an alternative source. However... Oh my darling Vincent, I found you. There she is. Who goes there? State your business. The cookies I just baked ended up far more delicious than I ever could have imagined. So delicious that they could only be destined for the lips of my beloved, my elegant, dashing, darling Vincent. What could possess a person to approach another out of nowhere in such befuddling things? Furthermore, I do not even have the foggiest idea of who you... Oh, but you do. What if I told you I was a Grand Maiden all along? No way. Way. Am I the only one here that's not dumbfounded? I could hardly blame you for being speechless with joy. My real name is Margarita Dresden. The lovely Grand Roses I touch were grown by my family. Ah, so that's how they got them. If you're a part of the Baron Dresden family, then could it mean? Oh, so you know the story. Your suspicions are indeed correct. I, Margarita Dresden, hail from the same family line as the lovely Grand Maiden herself. It all adds up. Inconceivable. How could you, of all people, be related to the Grand Maiden? When her beauty pales in comparison to your own. Oh, look, darling, we are already completing each other's thoughts. And yours are oh so sweet. What you said couldn't have been further from my actual thought. These two are perfect for each other. I'm rooting for them. Even when you're sad, you're still so wonderful. Seeing the surprise on your handsome face made waiting to reveal my name entirely worth it in the end. Now, my beautiful Vincent, it's time for you to reply to my love letters. Will you enter a relationship with me? You may choose one of 2 replies. I would be delighted, or there would be no greater honor. Sorry? How many options did you say you were giving him? This woman could hardly be more different than the demure maiden her letters made her out to be. My only answer for you is resounding no. Now be gone and bother me no more. Finally someone who doesn't want to get involved with Vincent the same way. I mean, Vincent wants to get involved with Marguerite. Does anyone want to involve himself with him? Those two are so like each other. To me, that would be a perfect fit if he was only a little bit more open-minded.
So, that's how it is. And just when I think you couldn't be more adorable, but think you're the sort of man who hides his true feelings away.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, there's no need to fear. Please, have one of these special cookies I prepared. One bite and you no longer feel the need to keep your innermost longings off the public view.
Alcohol or drugs? There's something in these cookies, I'm sure. Don't tell me you mixed something into your cookies.
Oh, but that is for me to know and you to find out.
Stay back, don't come any closer. You, don't stand here. I need your aid if I'm going to survive. I have no idea how to handle a situation like this either.
Don't worry, my darling. There may be a slightly bitter aftertaste, but it will be all worth it in the end.
I've been looking for you, Master Vincent. Sarifa. Dare ask what you are doing in a place like this? Sarifa, I beg of you, please, free me from this terrifying situation.
If I recall, you are my sweetheart's darling maid, are you not?
So this is Sarifa he mentioned. As much as I hate to interrupt the situation at hand, I'm afraid I must. Master Vincent, your presence at the upper class dorm is required at once. A delivery of the utmost importance from Count Florald awaits you there. I see. I have no choice. I must go at once.
But...
These cookies are a present for Master Vincent, are they not? In that case, may I ask you to leave them in my hands for now. I'll make sure he enjoys every last one of them later.
Well, if you insist.
Margarita begrudgingly handed over the bag of cookies to Sarifa. It seems as young Master Vincent has roped you into his nonsense as well. Hopefully this can dull some of the pain that his annoyance has surely caused you. Ooh, a prismatic cape. Oh, thank you. With that, I wish you all a good day. Let us go, Master Vincent. Indeed. I feel a little bit sorry for Margarita. That really was her dream boat. Uh-oh. Since we are now alone together behind the shed, we need to get out of here before she gets any ideas.
That may prove to be quite an obstacle. But no matter, there shall be plenty of opportunities to woo my darling from here on out. I believe it's time to get started on a new batch of cookies.
Whew. She didn't turn around and set her sights on me. Rean, I think you dodged a bullet there. Well, today's been full of unique encounters, to say the least. At least that request is over and done with. Completed. Perfect. Alright, I will leave the episode here. Next time we're gonna do the main school building, looking at, I think, 1 or 2 other optional bonding events before we picking the 3 that we want to see. And after that we of course will go to the old school building, but that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time, as we're going to tour a little bit longer around Thors Academy and see who we are going to bond with. And like I said, I have 2 bonding events fixed. If you guys have an opinion about, from the remainders, who we should pick, feel free to write in the comments. I don't know if I will pick that one,
Right.
because I will probably just go on impulse, that as we are looking through the other potential bonding events and I think, ooh, that's a good one, I will probably stick with that one. So, but that's gonna be next time. Until then, bye bye.